safe. As I started getting more independent in life, I realized that I would need to take care of myself. I couldn't depend on a man to do everything I need to do. I wanted to travel, I wanted to move around, and let's face it, if you're not in a relationship, then you still need to survive and enjoy your life and do the things that you need to do. When I found myself in the situation where I was getting divorced and I wasn't in a relationship, I really had to just take a look at myself and figure out how to do things on my own, how to move around at night by myself, go shopping by myself, hang out and club with my girlfriends as opposed to my husband. And a lot of you might be thinking, that's so basic, Sean. But if you're in a situation where you go from dad to boyfriend to husband, that's a skill that you might not get right off. I found myself in this situation and I needed to learn how to move around in my life, but also be safe and feel safe. Now, I didn't go out and take self-defense classes, but I just started following a few basic safety tips, and I'd like to go through those right now. Number one on my list is be aware of your surroundings. Ladies, put the cell phones down. You cannot be aware of what's going on around you, who's walking behind you, if you are focused on your phone. And God forbid, do not have headphones in or both of your AirPods where you can't hear the things that are going on around you. This tip is very important and it's very basic. It's being aware and knowing what's going around you and being cognizant of the people that are around you. My tip number two is using the buddy system. And I know I talk about the buddy system a lot. I talk about the buddy system when it comes to working out, get you a workout buddy, and when you need motivation, get you a buddy to motivate you. But it applies here too. If you can, when you're going places, do not go alone. Find someone else to go with you. Now I know you can't take somebody else with you everywhere you go, but when you can, it's a good idea. If you're traveling and you have someone with you, don't walk alone in a hotel. Definitely don't walk alone if you are walking to a restaurant, if you're in a city where you can walk. If at all possible, take someone with you. And this just simply minimizes risk. Now, tip number three is all about ride shares. And by ride shares, I mean services like Uber and Lyft or any others that might be out there. So this one has a lot of sub-bullets to it. So I want to give you some safety tips when it comes to using these types of services. Now, both Uber and Lyft will let you know the make and model of the car that's coming to pick you up, the tag number, and tell you a little bit about the driver. Make sure you check these things. Check each one of these things before you get into any Lyft or Uber. Walk around to the back of the car, check the tag number, check the make and model of the car, make sure they match. Don't just take the tag and the car is different. And then take a look at your driver. Make sure everything is as it says in your app. The next thing you want to do is check the safety locks. In a lot of cars, when you open the door, you can see the child safety lock and you can tell whether it is on or off. Don't worry if it looks like you're taking a lot of time here. Even if you need to turn the flashlight on your phone, check your safety lock and make sure you're able to get in and out of that car yourself. The next thing you should do is make sure the driver has their Uber or Lyft app on. In order for them to say that they've picked you up in their car, they have to click a button in that app. Normally, all Uber and Lyft drivers will have a mount on their car with their cell phones loaded into that mount, and you can see their version of the app. So make sure that app is on. Then what I want you to do is look at your app. Your app is going to tell you every step of the way about your ride, which means that once you're picked up, it's going to tell you that you're in the car. Make sure that your app shows that you're picked up and that you see that driver using the app. Next up for when you're using ride shares is share your location with someone. Anyone. That person doesn't have to be in the same city or state with you. Pick a friend. Just let somebody know that you are in an Uber or a Lyft and share your location with them. It could be your mom. It could be your best friend. It could be anybody. Just make sure somebody knows where you are, that you're in an Uber or a Lyft, and they can track your progress. Now, this is for my people that are going out and partying. I think Uber and Lyft and rideshare services are great if you're going out with a group of friends and nobody has to worry about being the designated driver, right? Well, not exactly. First thing is, if you've gone out partying and you've been drinking, never get in an Uber or Lyft alone. And also, do not take Uber pool. If you are a female and you've been out drinking by yourself, getting in an Uber pool with guys or people you don't know is extremely dangerous. So again,